Welcome to episode 7 of the Rebel Report. Chris Beard gets his official introduction as the UNLV men's basketball head coach. Hear how he plans to bring the Runnin Rebels back to prominence. We see how well the spring practice paid off for the football team as they recently played in their spring showcase. Manny Pacquiao fights for the final time in Las Vegas. We were there to see it. And we take you in on a sneak peek of the grand opening of the T-Mobile Arena. That and more coming up next. The Runnin Rebels finally and officially have a new head coach. Welcome to the 7th edition of the Rebel Report. I'm Cassie Soto.
And I'm Nakaya Berry. Chris Beard was introduced as the 12th full-time basketball coach in program history on Friday. The Rebel Report's Barbara Farkas followed Coach during a hectic day. She joins us in studio to tell us all about it. Barbara?
Thanks, Nakaya. It seems like Runnin Rebel fans have been waiting an eternity since Dave Rice left the program in January, but finally, Chris Beard's contract has been approved by Regions, and Beard had the chance to address the public during a compelling press conference that left a lot of strong first impressions. After a long-haul coaching search, UNLV hired Chris Beard on Monday, March 28th, and after an anxiously awaited 10 days, the Nevada Board of Regents met on Friday afternoon to discuss Beard's contract.
There is a lot of areas of concern from the contract being approved to it being submitted, how it was submitted, the process of all of it. So our committee has some work to do.
2 hours of back and forth by the Regents, with specifics focusing on the contract template, bonuses, buyouts, and academic progress rate scores before the board ultimately approved his 5-year, $5.7 million contract with a 9-4 vote.
Mr. Chair, we have enough votes for the contract to pass.
Thank you. I'm honored, and I'm immediately going to get to work to have a great season. Not only as we build the program, but a good season next year, too, is very important to me. Thank you.
Following the Regents meeting, Beard arrived at Mendenhall Center for his introductory press conference to address the UNLV community.
Thank you very much for being here. I'm honored, humbled. Just can't tell you how excited I am to be here today.
Beard's optimism and confidence gave fans plenty of reasons to get excited for the future of Rebel basketball.
I'm a guy that knows how to win. And the biggest thing of winning is you surround yourself with winners. It'll start with our coaching staff and our support staff. And then the most important thing about coaching is the players. And I take a lot of pride in coaching winners and teaching players how to win and also learning from our players.
Even proven winners face obstacles when beginning to coach at a new program. And for Beard, that includes rebuilding a near-skeletal roster that's down to just 3 scholarship players after Derek Jones and former St. John's transfer Chris Obekpa both declared for the draft, following teammates Patrick McCaw and Steven Zimmerman. Jordan Cornish has committed to Cal Berkeley on Monday afternoon. Beard is known to be a turnaround man. His success is inevitably the reason why UNLV hired him in the first place.
I look forward to our players getting a lot of publicity here. I look forward to our team getting a lot of publicity. I look forward to getting our team back on the national mark, where we're not talking about, NCAA tournaments. We're talking about what seed are we going to get in NCAA tournaments. That's where the program needs to be, and we're going to work as hard as we can, as fast as we can to get that done.
Regardless of the magnitude of issues that's ahead, Beard understands the importance and history that Rebel basketball brings to the city and people of Las Vegas.
I think trust is something sacred. You don't ask somebody to trust you. You ask somebody, will you give me some time to earn your trust? And that's what we're going to do with the fan base here, is that we're just going to ask, give us some time to earn your trust and earn your support. And I think they'll be very pleased when they see how we go about it, what kind of players we bring in here, and how hard we work to win.
While Beard did emphasize that this isn't a rebuild job but a build job, the difficulty that lies ahead is clear. With the evident roster and coaching changes to the current team, Beard will be starting his new job with a clean slate. Back to you guys at the desk.
Thanks, Barbara. I'm sure Coach Beard and his staff will do a great job recruiting players to UNLV, even with all the high expectations.
There have been several reports circling, but Beard has yet to officially name those who will be joining his coaching staff.
Saturday was a thunderous day for UNLV football, to say the least. Tony Sanchez completed his second spring practice session at UNLV. The annual spring showcase brought thousands to campus. The Rebel Report's Summer Crawley was there to capture the highlights and tell us how the storm cut the event short.
I'm here at Peter Johann Memorial Field, where the UNLV football team gives us an inside look at their annual spring showcase. The team showed off their skills in front of 2,800 fans before the rainstorm hit hard. Before the team scrimmage, the squad went through a series of drills with their respective positions. This gave the fans a glimpse of what practice looks like for the Rebels. To kick off the game, junior transfer Johnny Stanton received the ball first. Stanton had went on to complete 3 of 7 attempts for 54 yards. A familiar face to the show, Nico Bornan showed off his kicking range with a couple of field goals. On the defensive side, junior Antonio Zapita had a good look on the ball to block the pass from Stanton. Junior quarterback Kurt Paladek got the ball second and completed 3 for 6 for 42 yards and 1 touchdown. As the scrimmage went forward, the team had great performances from rushing, passing, and receiving sides. Stanton had found sophomore Brandon Presley for the nice catch. Presley led in receiving with 2 catches for 59 yards. Despite the outside conditions, the group of men worked hard to give a show to its Rebel fans. Unfortunately, the showcase was cut short by the storm, which resulted in a cancellation of the second half of action. To end the day, Coach Tony Sanchez introduced his recruiting class in front of the Rebel family. UNLV will now switch gears towards fall training in early August and preparing for its season opener. For the Rebel Report, I'm Summer Crawley.
Now the team will spend time conditioning and hitting the weight room. No official practices are allowed until fall camp opens in August. The season opener is September 1st. Live sporting events now have major league destinations in Las Vegas. Opening night for the T-Mobile Arena took place April 6th, and the grand opening ceremonies were done in typical Las Vegas fashion.
Beautiful weather, great evening, great friends, screaming girls. Welcome to Las Vegas, folks.
What was once unthinkable during the Great Recession, a time that represented fear and uncertainty for Las Vegas, is made into reality.
We'd like to officially welcome you to this historic day for sports and entertainment in Las Vegas. Welcome to Toshiba Plaza. Welcome to the T-Mobile Arena.
The T-Mobile Arena represents a turning point for Las Vegas and says to the rest of the world, we are back.
Now, where, by the way, in the world can you build anything in 2 years, on time, on budget, right here in Las Vegas? That's why we're number one, and everyone's kind of a distant 2, 3, 4.
AEG and MGM partnered together to complete the venue entirely with private funds, deliberate in positioning the arena for entertainment and sporting events as a shared facility for the city.
A neutral site benefiting the entire community. And such a sentiment, I think, is the future of Las Vegas.
Mr. Las Vegas, Wayne Newton, and local performers such as the Killers help bring something to the party.
A lot of people think, you come here and you leave and you get out, but we're really proud to be from Las Vegas, and we take a little bit of it with us everywhere we go, we really do.
3, 2, 1.
Among the sporting events that will be at the arena are the Harlem Globetrotters, Canelo vs. Khan, UFC 200, and PBR World Finals.
There is no better arena, no better venue in the world than here at T-Mobile Arena and the Toshiba Plaza.
In addition to the live sporting events, it was announced that the NHL is coming to Las Vegas. Not the team we were all hoping for, but the LA Kings will play some exhibition games here in October. The U.S. Green Building Council also rated the arena gold as one of the most sustainable buildings in the world.
The Las Vegas 51s kicked off its season last week as they enter into the 34th consecutive season of play, making it the longest-running franchise in Las Vegas history. We covered Media Day and spoke to the players about why they are fortunate to call Vegas home. The Las Vegas 51s have been the AAA affiliate of the New York Mets for the past 3 seasons, and in that time have made 2 playoff appearances. Throughout the season, the team travels to cities all over the country and are well aware that playing in Las Vegas is unlike any other city.
It's a lot different than playing in Binghamton, New York, that's for sure. You know, Binghamton's stuck in the 1950s, so it's kind of weird. But I mean, I've had a great experience with the Mets. My first team was in Kingsport, Tennessee. I think the amount of people that live there is probably 2,000 at the max. And then you come here and you got a city of a couple million. So it's definitely different, but I mean, it's awesome.
There may or may not be a little bit of bias towards the city on the team this year, being that 2 players are Vegas natives. Both Paul Sewald and Chasen Bradford call Vegas home. Recently, Sewald was able to pitch in the Big League weekend, where the New York Mets and Chicago Cubs played at Cashman Field to kick off the season.
It was absolutely incredible. So, I mean, just to get the opportunity to play in the Big League weekend in the Major League games, I got to pitch against the full Cubs lineup. It was an amazing experience.
Vegas is known for its flashy lights and exciting entertainment, but there's one more thing that makes it unique, and that's the heat.
Just a different kind of hot, you know. On the East Coast, and down in Florida, it's like being in a dishwasher. And then when you come over here, it's like being in a dryer.
If there's one thing both the players and managers can agree on, it's that Vegas is an amazing place to play, but the only downfall is the heat. And I can tell you, when I was out there, I could feel it. And some more baseball on the way for you. We got a chance to speak with some major leaguers at the annual Big League weekend at Cashman Field. And as we just mentioned, the hometown 51s are the New York Mets AAA affiliate and a major force behind the Mets World Series run last year. Here's Justin Guzman with the story.
Big League weekend here at Cashman Field, and the New York Mets take on the Chicago Cubs in an NLCS rematch. It feels like a home game for most of the Mets, seeing how they got their start right here in Las Vegas playing for the 51s.
I had a lot of fun here with a couple winning seasons, and of course, what a wonderful city. I love being here. Yeah, and kind of tough. So if you can pitch here, it's very mentally good for you for going up to the big leagues and trying to succeed. It teaches you to just go out there and trust your stuff, not trying to nit and pick at the strike zone, and just go out there and believe in yourself.
I really enjoyed my time here last year. I spent about 3 months here, and this time of year it's perfect to be here with the weather. So I'm excited to be here.
And now
that a lot of us has come through the Mets minor league system and made each step of the way, and to do this and be back in a place where we came through is pretty cool for the fans.
A total of 14 former 51s played for the Mets' 2015 World Series playoff run. Players like Travis d'Arnaud, Lucas Duda, and Wilmer Flores all played crucial roles for the Mets last year, but it was the pitching that had the world buzzing.
It's awesome. Yeah, we used to come all the time, see Syndergaard, see Matt, see all the guys coming up. So when you see him on the big stage, it's awesome because you get up and close and personal here at Cashman.
Pitchers Jacob deGrom, Noah Syndergaard, Steven Matz, and closer Uris Familia backed up Mets all-star ace Matt Harvey to create the best pitching staff in the MLB.
Look at the people that have come out of Vegas to help us. I mean, looking at those young pitchers that came through Vegas to come up. Some of our position players all played here, and they've done a great job. When we send somebody down, we know one thing: when they come back, they're prepared.
With all the recent success the Mets have had, they're sure to be looking for the 51s for more support. For the Rebel Report, I'm Justin Guzman.
You can catch the 51s here at Cashman Field and watch the future stars of the MLB right here at home. Fight night in Las Vegas on April 9th, the third fight between Manny Pacquiao and Timothy Bradley.
The Rebel Report's Natalia Lancelotti was there to cover the weigh-in and fight night from the MGM Grand Garden Arena.
We're here at the MGM Hotel and Casino covering the fight between Timothy Bradley and Manny Pacquiao. This is the third time these two fighters are facing each other's faces. Let's see who takes the victory tonight. On Friday was the Pacquiao and Bradley weigh-in. They stepped on the scale to make the weight limit of 147 pounds. Manny Pacquiao was 145.5 pounds, while Timothy Bradley was 146.5 pounds. On fight night, Pacquiao was who dominated most of the fight, especially on round 9, where he got him down. Let's hear some reactions from them at the conference.
We came up short tonight. Manny Pacquiao was strong, he was solid.
somehow knew what I was going to be doing, where I was going to be at. Him and Freddie Roach came up with a great game plan. And I got defeated, man. He was phenomenal. He was strong, man. Fast and strong.
Today, he looked like he was looking for a knockout because when he heard Bradley, he went after him, and he really tried to knock him out. And it was really good to see, and I think that's where the old Manny Pacquiao, that's the way he used to be, and that's why he was such an exciting fighter.
Every round I'm looking for a knockout to finish the fight, but we know that Bradley is also a top opponent, top boxer. So, I did my best, but I'm so happy with that. It resulted that almost what I want to do.
We found Jesse Vargas, and here's what he said.
I think it's a well-deserved win for Manny Pacquiao. He fought well. He maintained focus throughout the fight and won clearly.
Pacquiao won tonight by unanimous decision. There's still some speculations about his retirement. He said there's still 50-50 chance of him coming back to the rings. Reporting for the Rebel Report, I'm Natalia Lancelotti.
Pacquiao and Bradley first fought in June 2012. Bradley won that fight among some major controversy. Many believe Pacquiao won convincingly.
April 2014 was the rematch, which Pacquiao won by unanimous decision. If this was Manny's final fight, he leaves boxing with 58 career victories. Now we send it over to Justin Guzman with this week's Rebel Report Timeout.
Rebel Report Timeout.
Thanks, Nakaya. On this week's Rebel Report Timeout, we have Coach Kevin Cory, women's tennis head coach. You guys the season is incredible. You guys have a new consecutive record for most wins. Tell us about that. How does that?
Well, we're off to a tremendous start. We went 19-0 and had a tough loss on the road last week at Fresno. But anytime you've got a record of 20-1, obviously your team is buying into what you're trying to do, and we're close to reaching our goals.
Right. Well, exactly. Well, I know that 20 wins, right?
Mm-hmm.
What type of confidence does that build for your players?
Well, we like to think that every time we step on the court, we're going to win. And that's our mindset going out. And anything short of that, I think, is going to be a disaster. We want to feel like every time we step out there, we're going to win.
Right. Well, you've had a lot of success here. You've been here for a while. What about this team? Can you compare to other past championship teams that we've had here?
Yeah, we've been very fortunate. We've won 7 conference championships over the years. We've been to the NCAA tournament multiple times, and we feel this team is as good as any we've ever had.
The Mountain West tournament is coming up. Can you tell us how you're preparing for that? It's not here in Las Vegas, even though we have a beautiful facility here. Tell us, how do you prepare for something out of town like that?
Well, we're going to be playing at altitude, so it's definitely an adjustment. We do have one more match before we head up there, our senior day against San Diego State, and then we go up 2 days early and we start trying to get used to the altitude because the balls will fly. It's a little bit lighter in the air, and you got to get used to just getting your lungs used to being in the altitude and trying to be fit by the first day.
Right. Well, I know that the Fresno State game was a big game. I know you guys were looking forward to it. What do you guys take away from a game like that? That was really hard, really tough, and came on to losing it.
We knew going in they were the favorite to win the conference this year, and I think the fact that it came down to the last match with one of our best players on the court, the difference was only 1 set, which in tennis, in 6 matches is really very minimal. So we feel playing them, in their comfort at their home, and only losing 4-3 like that, we feel pretty good about our chances.
Good. And Coach, we're trying to bring that into the tournament.
Mm-hmm.
That's good. So you still have hope for making the national tournament? We win the Mountain West. Is that we are automatically in, correct?
Yeah, that's our goal every year is to get in the NCAA tournament and try to win a championship. So we feel we're on path to do that right now, and we got a couple of roadblocks in front of us, right. but we feel very good about our chances.
And I know that the student part of student athlete means a lot to you, and your graduation rate for your players is almost at 100%. How do you credit that success?
Well, we tend to, the kids are really good as far as getting the job done academically. We've also been academic All-American like 9 of the last 10 years, which is very impressive to be not only successful on the tennis court, but also getting the job done in the classroom.
Also, the team is mostly made up of foreign students. That's kind of interesting. What are the pros and cons, I guess?
Well, the pros are we try to recruit the best players we can get. The cons, it's a little bit more difficult when they first come to campus and moving to a new culture, a new city, but we've got a great group of kids. We're real happy with them. They're very appreciative of what we do for them, and they work real hard.
Right. Speaking of one of the players, Carol Yang, who was recently named Outstanding Rebel of the Week, is something that we like to highlight here every week. Tell us about her success.
Yeah, she's been a great addition to our team. She's one of these players that has an all-court game that is very difficult to beat. We've nicknamed her the Great Wall of China because it's very difficult to get balls past her. She's exactly the kind of player we want on the team.
Right. Oh, well, that's good. Well, I know us at the Rebel Report are wishing you guys tons of success. We're going to be documenting everything. Is there anything else that you're looking forward to trying to take out of this tournament here coming up?
Well, again, we try to get them so that we're in the mindset that every time they step on the court, they feel they can win. And if we do that in practice and we get our job done, then we feel going into the match and the competition is easy.
Okay. Do you reference the streak at all when you're doing that?
No, we don't talk about streaks. We don't talk about records. Our goal is to get to the national tournament and win a championship. And
right.
Anything short of that, it's been a great season, but anything short of that will be, a letdown for the team.
Thanks, Coach, for taking time out with us. Now back to the desk with Nakaya.
Rebel baseball only plays 3 home games the entire month of April, but despite spending a long stretch away from campus, some sweet swinging from one Rebel earned him Outstanding Rebel of the Week honors. Justin Guzman is back with the winner.
Hey, Rebel fans! This week's Outstanding Rebel of the Week is freshman Kyle Isbel. Kyle is currently the starting third baseman for the Rebel baseball squad. This is the baseballers' first Rebel of the Week award, and it probably won't be his last. The freshman phenom went 5 for 5 at the plate against the nationally ranked Texas Tech Red Raiders recently, scoring 2 runs and 4 RBI to lead UNLV to the win.
I just took my bats pitch by pitch, found a good pitch to hit, and just stuck with my approach. Did that as well.
Let's leave you here with a highlight from that night.
Cutter delivers to Isbel, and that is into right field for a base hit. That is going to bring home a run and be extra bases for Kyle Isbel. Cody Howard's being waved around third. He's going to score easily. Throw into third. It's a 2 RBI triple for Kyle Isbel, his 5th hit of the day, and UNLV has a 3-run lead here in the bottom of the 7th.
You can see Kyle and the rest of the Rebel baseball team for the squad's only homestand of the month when they take on Air Force starting Friday, April 15th at 6 p.m.
With the pressure of the spring showcase behind them, the UNLV football team takes time to unwind and tell our very own Victoria Bass some unknown fun facts.
This week we take a look at UNLV football to find out some fun facts about the players and the coach.
Man, I know how to play the ukulele.
Really?
I play the ukulele a little bit. And another fun fact is I get new comics every week. The guys on the team know that I'm Devontae is also a comic guy, Devontae Boyd. He calls himself Spider-Man. So I get to talk comics with him and some of the other guys. So.
Probably good at gymnastics. Yeah, I did gymnastics growing up. And I took ballet class.
I tell you what, I got some good old school Bobby Brown moves, you know what I'm saying, when I'm on the dance floor, but I don't show those too often.
Thanks for sharing that with us, guys. Bringing you athletic fun facts that you can't find anywhere else. For the Rebel Report, I'm Victoria Bass.
Thanks, Victoria, for providing us with some fun facts you can only see here on the Rebel Report. Well, that's it for this week's edition of the Rebel Report. Thanks to all of those who continue to watch us this semester.
You can catch up on our previous shows on our YouTube channel, Rebel Report UNLV. Also tweet us if you have any sports stories for us at Rebel Report UNLV. And follow us on Instagram at Rebel Report_UNLV. We leave you with our plays of the week, starting with new Runnin Rebels head coach Chris Beard.
I'm honored. And I'm immediately going to get to work to have a great season. Not only as we build the program, but a good season next year, too, is very important to me. Thank you. I'm a regular guy and that believes in one thing above maybe anything. There's a relationship between work and results. And I've worked my whole life, and I think in a lot of ways the results speak for themselves.